Level 1, the cart. You are behind a tiny coffee cart before sunrise, grinding beans with hands that still smell like dish soap. The street is quiet, the air is cold, and your only customer is a security guard who orders a coffee without even looking at the menu. That first sale matters more than it should because it proves the idea might work. You are not a business owner yet. You are a person trying to turn a small cart into a future. There is no staff, no marketing team, no polished brand. Just beans, cups, a handwritten sign, and the hope that enough strangers will stop for 5 minutes and come back tomorrow. Then the second customer arrives. Then the third. The line is still small, but now it is real. Level 2, the struggler. You rent a tiny shop in a neighborhood that is busy enough to survive, but not busy enough to feel safe. The espresso machine is old, the rent is high, and every bag of beans feels more expensive than it should. You spend half the day making coffee and the other half wondering if the business can survive the month. One bad review hurts more than it should. One broken machine feels like a disaster. One slow week makes you stare at the bank balance longer than you want to admit. You have a logo now, maybe even a social media page, but behind all of it is the same fear. What if people stop coming? The effect is pressure. You learn quickly that owning a cafe is not about making coffee. It is about surviving rent, staff schedules, supply costs, and the quiet terror of empty tables. Level 3, the first employees. You hire your first barista. That changes everything. Now the shop does not depend only on your 2 hands. Someone else is behind the counter, making drinks the way you taught them, greeting customers by name, keeping the place alive when you are not there. It feels exciting at first, then terrifying. Payroll is now part of your life. Their hours are your responsibility. You can finally step away for an hour and trust the shop will not collapse. That freedom feels enormous until you realize how much more can go wrong now. A bad shift, a customer complaint, a missing supply order, a mistake with the register. All of it comes back to you. The effect is responsibility. The coffee shop is no longer just a dream with your name on it. It is now a small machine that other people depend on. Level 4, the local favorite. People in the neighborhood know your cafe. A regular comes in every morning and says nothing but the usual. A student studies by the window every afternoon. A couple had their first date at your table by the corner. Your coffee shop becomes part of people's routines, and that is when it starts to feel real. You have learned your customers' habits, their names, their orders, even their moods. The shop is no longer just a place to buy coffee. It is a place people return to because it feels familiar, safe, known. The effect is identity. Your business becomes part of the neighborhood's personality. That feels good, but it also means every detail matters now. The music, the cleanliness, the speed of service, the taste, the smell. Everything becomes part of the story people tell about you. Level 5, the growing cafe. You are making enough money to think beyond survival. You start improving the menu, testing new pastries, investing in better equipment, and running actual promotions. You check sales by hour, watch which drinks perform best, and begin understanding what people want instead of guessing. You are no longer reacting to the day. You are planning it. Now the business has patterns. Weekends are strong, mornings are busy. Certain drinks bring in better margins. Some products look good but do not sell. You begin to think like an operator instead of just a cafe owner. The effect is leverage. You realize small improvements can change everything. One better sign, one faster workflow, one better supplier, and the whole shop gets stronger. Level 6, the employer. Now people depend on you for more than a shift. You have several employees. One is paying rent. Another is supporting a family. Someone else is working the cafe while studying at night. Payroll is no longer just a business cost. It is real life. That knowledge sits in your chest every time you approve schedules or calculate weekly wages. You begin to think differently about leadership. You can no longer hide behind the idea that this is just a small business. It is a place where people work, earn, and build their lives. Your decisions now affect them in ways you can see. The effect is weight. The cafe has become more than a shop. It is a source of stability for other people, and that makes every choice heavier. Level 7, the second location. You open another cafe. It is exciting, but it is also a warning sign. The second location is not just another shop. It is a test of whether your brand can exist without your constant presence. You cannot stand behind two counters at once. You need systems now. Training, consistency, trust. Some days it feels like progress. Other days it feels like the original cafe is slipping away from you. The second location has different customers, different staff, different problems. What worked before does not always work here. Now you are learning that expansion is not just growth. It is control breaking apart and turning into structure. The effect is detachment. You stop being the person making every latte and start being the person making sure the business can survive without you. Level 8. The coffee brand. Your cafes are no longer just local shops. People recognize the name. They recommend it to friends. You start seeing customers from outside the neighborhood, maybe even from other parts of the city. Your coffee is no longer just coffee. It is a brand. Now you think about packaging, consistency, sourcing, and experience. The beans matter. The logo matters. The cups matter. The atmosphere matters. Every store has to feel like the same promise delivered in different places. The effect is influence. You are no longer running one cafe. You are shaping what people expect from a coffee experience. That is a very different kind of responsibility. Level 9, the chain. You have multiple locations now. You are managing managers. You are watching supply chains. You are negotiating bean contracts, training systems, regional marketing, and customer loyalty programs. The business is no longer a place. It is a network. If one branch underperforms, you can see it in the numbers. If one branch succeeds, you can scale what worked. At this level, you are no longer thinking about cups of coffee. You are thinking about distribution, margins, retention, and brand expansion. You can open in new districts, partner with delivery platforms, and build a business that reaches far beyond the original cafe. The effect is scale. Your coffee shop has become a system that can grow without needing your hands on every cup. Level 10. The coffee empire. Your brand is everywhere. People recognize the name before they see the storefront. You have cafes in major cities, packaged products in stores, wholesale contracts, and a supply chain that reaches far beyond the original neighborhood. Your company influences what coffee tastes like for thousands of people, maybe millions. You are no longer just selling drinks. You are shaping habits, mornings, routines, and entire sections of the market. Competitors watch your pricing. Suppliers want your contract. New business owners study your model. Your decisions can affect farmers, workers, customers, investors, and the culture around coffee itself. The effect is legacy. What started as one small cart before sunrise has become something much larger than income. It has become a name, a system, and a footprint that may last long after the original owner stops standing behind the counter. And at that point, the question is no longer whether the coffee shop is successful. The question is how long the empire can keep every cup tasting the same.